that so you can at least hear what I'm saying. Oh, close this. Hold on a sec. Yeah, you're unmuted. You can hear me now, right? Good. Okay, so things are not right with my audio. I'm now going to put the headphones on because that would be disastrous for my mental state. All right, so we're going to start, but before we start, I don't actually have any sort of countdown timer set up, so I need a little widget. You know what? ChatGPT was acting up the last time I used it on this computer. I have not cleared my browser cache, so this may be a few minutes to start. Let's just try first and ask ChatGPT to make us a a stopwatch that runs in a browser. I need a runs in my yeah, we'll just do a little window capture of it because then I can have it controlled separately. Set it up here in the corner above OBS, and we'll sorry I'm not able to browse the internet. Okay, come on, dude. We're not even at the challenge yet. But it's working. Before last time I used it, man, I just kept glitching out on me, and best I could tell after some research is it was something with this with my browser. Anyway, I need a write a that runs in a web browser. Here's a simple stopwatch you can use in your web browser. Perfect. It's got the doc type HTML in there and everything. Sometimes it does that, and sometimes it just throws some basic code that doesn't work. That's what makes this challenge exciting, right? So I switched window managers. Complete what do they call it in Linux? I switched from KDE to XFCE because KDE messed up the buffer size every time I loaded. I know you can't see it, but down here, like if I moved my mouse to the bottom of the screen, the whole screen would shift up and I'd get a black bar at the bottom. So I wouldn't see that part and I would see this random black bar and then it'd come down. So it'd be like when you hit the mouse. It's so annoying. And I have to go reset all the settings. Okay, here's our code. Let's throw that in a browser and see what happens. Come on. Oh, doesn't have that hotkey. I'm not thrilled. Like there's some quality of life things I miss. I gotta figure out where the text editor is in here. Okay. Save as. And we're gonna call, well, we want to throw this in our, and we're gonna make a new, well, we'll just throw it in the main folder. Oh, there's the name. Stopwatch.html. Okay, and now definitely some quality of life losses. I'm sure I can get something like them working again. Let's see. That's gonna be in like system dolphin. Oh, that's horrible. Okay, we want home, and then we want to go down to. You can't even read these. JK stopwatch. Hey, that one's actually in a readable format. Okay, there's our stopwatch right there. We'll need to bring this out. I can't drag out. There, we can drag the tab out. Put it over here on the side. Apparently I can only make it so small. Okay. Now let's pull OBS out here. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let's go to studio mode so it's not quite such a disaster. And we'll go ahead and we'll add this into the camera overlay scene for this. And we're going to add a browser source. No, we're not doing it as a browser source because then I can't interact with it easy. Add a window capture. Yep. And it's going to be stopwatch Mozilla Firefox. Okay. We're going to crop the top off of it. I could do some styling and stuff. Basically, we're going to just crop this down so it's just the numbers. And then we'll chroma key it so you don't have... Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just crop it down so it's small enough. I don't need to do that. Crop the bottom. And crop off the... Oh, sorry. Crop off the right... No, that's the top. I should read what I'm doing. Crop off the right side. Okay, we want that to be like 200. 400. 400 too much. 360. Alright, we'll do it this way from here. Okay. Now, I said I wasn't going to do anything else, but let's just pull the code up. See if we have any sort of formatting on here. Alright, let's be lazy. Firefox, ChatGPT. I need the to be, or the, I need the, sorry. I need the timer to be bigger. I should probably make sure this thing works too. Oh, and I also need it to have, it's like hours, minutes, and seconds. I also want to add like hundredths of a second because that's totally going to be relevant when you're using a chatbot that can take random amounts of time to respond to you. The font with this. You can also adjust the font size using the inline style. Okay, so we're just going to add some style to this. Might as well throw it up in the head. Okay, that's better. Okay. I also need to... Oh. to show fractions of a second. So yeah, sorry, this is taking a little longer than it should. But that's how it is. Let me put this back over here where it belongs. Pull our stopwatch up on top where it belongs. Now put ChatGPT on top where I need it. And it's rewriting the whole thing, but that's fine. I think it's doing it. Timer string. Okay, just click. Yeah, that's fine. It's doing okay. It's not the end of the world. But here is an updated version of the update timer function that includes the fractions of a second in the timer display. Okay, but let's just start over. I need write me a timer, a stopwatch that to fractions of a second. See, and I need a timer within fractions of a second in that runs in a browser. And this time I'm going to delete anything I don't want. Like the timer says stopwatch. Get rid of that. There's a simple stopwatch that you can use in the browser. All right, so we have a start function that sets it to running. We have a stop function that stops it. We have a reset function. We have an update time. I mean, this looks pretty much the same. Hope this helped. Let me know if you have any other questions. Okay, let's see if this does closer to what we wanted. We just got to find our little timer here. Start. I mean, I guess we can just count. We can count in seconds. Yeah, it just ignores hours, minutes. And that's cool, but not. Like, I wanted it to show hours. Well, it doesn't necessarily hours. It shouldn't take an hour. We're going to show minutes and seconds. And so we're just going to add, and. A minutes place. I've actually made one of these before, and it would be quicker for me to go find it. But for some reason, um, it's actually built to run in OBS, and it doesn't quite work right in Linux. I haven't checked a couple updates, so maybe it does work right now. It was made for Windows, so that's what it is. It's actually a project I need to get back on, but I haven't, so. It was going to be what I started working with ChatGPT on. Initially, it was like, I'm going to work on this, but then I realized that it uses APIs that were, or it uses features that were new since 2001. So that's not going to happen. Unfortunately, that's a no-go this time around. I updated the code. Okay, let's copy the code. Let's save that. Let's refresh this and see. That did not. Did I actually copy the code? Copy the code. Control A, Control V. Save. Refresh. No, that didn't. You didn't add a minutes place. Minutes colon second. You did add a minutes place. Minutes colon seconds. Let minutes equal math floor. Why is this? Does it just not show it? I just needed to hit start. Okay. It didn't show the decimal. Okay, that'll work. All right, cool. We have a working timer. Now I just want the text to be bigger. I need the that larger, much. All right, this should do it. And then we can actually start our actual speed run, which we're not going to be nearly so picky. All right, things I need to learn about are in YouTube. I believe I can put timestamp bookmarks in as I go if I actually knew what I was doing. I can actually make a cool API thing where like add a bookmark now. Or YouTube should add a cool API thing. OBS should add a cool API thing. Because then I could add bookmarks to now. I could be like, and now we started the speed run. And now it pops them down in the description. That would be cool. That's totally doable. Somebody needs to add that. I really need a list over here on the side somewhere of things that I want to do. Okay, this is actually getting done, so let's swap you back over to that. Yeah, it tells me how to do it, but just gives me the whole code this time, so. What did it do? Inline styled it? I guess that's okay. We're actually going to take out the heading now. I don't want the heading. So I can just change it here. That should be big enough, though. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to take out where it says time because I don't need a time. And now we do need the buttons. Oh, I should bring this out here where you can see it. Okay, so now this is what we have. So let's hide this. We'll need it later, don't worry. We'll put this guy over here. And it's going to be a little bit slow to start and stop it, but not too bad. All right, so I'm gonna bug you some more by adjusting this scene here now. Okay, so we added, we were adding it to the camera layer. We had this window capture, so let's properties, stopwatch, so Firefox. All right, there we go. Something's not right, but okay. Yeah, I don't know why that. Did I take the name off of it? I think it took the name off of it. Okay. Well, let's reset this to 100 maybe. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then we're gonna crop right a lot less, so that's gonna be like 300, 305, 320, 350. Oh, it's gonna need some more room to grow, so we'll go 300. That leaves it some room to grow. And as it gets bigger, I may have to adjust it. Crop bottom. We want to take some more off the bottom. It'd be nice if I could make it be. I guess I could use like a proper mask. Make a mask for it, but that's not gonna be worth my time. All right, so there's our timer. Let's make this a little bit. I'm gonna make this like 280. Okay, because that's gonna start filling that up pretty quick. I'm gonna throw it in this top corner because nothing is really over there. And then yeah, that's actually all we're gonna do. Okay, so we got our timer set up, ready to go. So let's put this back out of studio mode. That's the wrong thing to drag over there. Bring ChatGPT back. All right, so I didn't say, but in the rules, I should have said, I have to start with a new thread. Anytime I start a new thread, the timer starts over basically when I'm ready to start typing my prompt. So here we go. Hold on, where did my timer go? It's right here. It has no name. I need to change that. And go. All right. I need, give me an idea for a simple game. 17 seconds, 20 seconds. Here we go. Excuse me. All right, it looks like we already need to adjust the size, and we're not even in 10 minutes, so oh well. The hundreds are going to fall away as time passes, right? What game where players to navigate a maze? Oh, I said a simple game. Oh my word. All right, we gotta we gotta have this in here. We're gonna call this challenge. Here's our text. Read from a file. That is not working as expected. Definitely word wrap. It's done it as one line. It's to navigate a maze. The player can use the arrow keys on their keyboard to move their character through the maze. We're just gonna pick an arbitrary spot and wrap it, because the text width. Yeah, the text width thing, it doesn't seem to do anything. Yeah, that's not doing it. Player can, or extra time. I should really read this as I'm formatting it for you. As the player progresses through the levels, the maze becomes increasingly complex. Well, I'm just gonna say this one's a fail. Like, this is not a thing we can do with ChatGPT. All right, so we're just gonna get a new thread. I wonder if it does like importance. You know, like I accidentally capitalized that because my pinky touched the caps lock button when I was typing A. The player is a farmer and has to manage their farm and make decisions about what crops to plant and where to harvest them. Game could have different seasons and weather events that affect the crops, and the player has to decide how to best manage their resources. Okay, so when I thought of this, I was not thinking of this. This is not going to give, like, I'm not going to get this in 30 minutes. It's actually kind of a cool little idea. I mean, it's not a fully fleshed game, but it's a cool little idea. We're not doing this in a browser. This is not what I had in mind. I was thinking like Pong or Tank. So instead, just because I don't have time to do this, this is actually kind of a cool little idea. We're going to throw it in a new little thing here and minimize it and come back to it later. Let's restart our thread again. Maybe I shouldn't be allowed to restart the thread. Then I can keep being picky, right? All right, so I'm going to ask it to make me a specific game that I already have in mind. I'm going to ask it to make me a breakout style game. So, write a breakout game that browser. I'm pretty sure it can do this because it did like 75% of it on me saying I want a game, and it gave me a bouncing ball, and I said, you said you could add paddles to make it more interesting. I was like, add paddles. I added a paddle to the bottom. So oh, this is right. Nice. It got through the word canvas and it freaked out. It's like, oh, can't I do this? Oh man, I think I'm gonna die. Come on, man. You're 48 seconds in. You got this. You got this, ChatGPT. You can do it. I know you can. I have faith in you. Keep those little dots going. You can output the correct results. You can't see the bottom of my screen. I should change that so you can't see the top of my screen. That would be more useful to everyone. Error in body of stream. Okay. So, that was a fail. I should add a way to have statistics because that's actually interesting too. So, reset. Start again. I guess we should call this a ChatGPT breakout speedrun. Hey, it's working now. Last time I did that, it legitimately was like broken, and I had to change a lot of things to get it to work. But this time it seems to be going a little more smoothly, so here's hoping. Let's grab stopwatch here and get this all set up so we can copy and paste into it. And we're going to go ahead and save this as okay. I mean, if nothing else, it types a lot faster than I do, and it generally gets the game structure right. Sometimes it might have a issue. The most common problem I've seen is where it has a extra trailing parenthesis or it leaves off a parenthesis. That's like the most common problem that I've seen it have. Okay, here we go. We're a minute and 30 seconds in, and it's still writing code. Come on, you got this. I mean, a minute and 30 seconds in writing code is actually not bad. Oh, I didn't finish. It got close though, so we're gonna go ahead and copy this code and throw it in here, and we'll say can do. We'll just do a continue. Hopefully that works. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it's like I gotta restart everything for you. It's like when it does a continue, it kind of goes back to like the previous section and restarts. So it's starting back at setting up the canvas, which is all the way up here. It probably won't finish again. So I'm going to have to be a little more specific and say I need everything after the draw everything portion, maybe. Oh, we'll see how far it gets. We're using E. Wait, no. Oh yeah, we just event is E. Okay. So we're just using left and right arrow. That's cool. Oh wait. Equals right or right arrow. And left or left arrow. What's the difference between right and right arrow and left arrow? I don't know. The sad part is it's just rewriting all the code. So I should have just not even tried continue. Like I was saying, it'll generally write. Yeah, it's dropped the same spot. Can you draw? Can you give me just the draw code? Because that's the exact same place that it. Let me close this. That it messed up before. Const paddle equals const paddle draw paddle. Okay. It's an interesting way to do it. I guess it works. Okay. We didn't clear the rectangle, but draw a paddle. So we have collision checks. We set up the game loop. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something here. Well, we'll copy this code and we'll throw it in down here, but we are definitely missing something. We do have a full draw paddle here. That's draw paddle, and it just needed. I didn't put a big enough space in there. Come on, draw everything. Draw paddle. Oh, that's. Wait. Draw paddle, paddle. Okay. I'm pretty sure that we're still missing something, but let's go ahead. Oh, I forgot to keep dolphin open. And now I gotta find in this horrible. Definitely need to update some. There it is. And I just saved that here, so it's gonna be. What did I save it as? Breakout. Should be right up there at the top. Yeah, so. Alright, you can just hit that whenever you want to see. Whoops. And we just borked that one. Reopen and close tab. There it is. Alright, well that's going to be a bit of fun. So, Control A. We'll just. Oh, Control Z. Control C. There we go. Fix this code. Fix this code. Like, I don't think it did. It didn't put any HTML in. It's just like, yeah. I actually thought this would be way easier than it's being. On this, I thought that breakout would be easier. I probably should have started with make me a game and then told it how to make breakout, or worked it through the, through the process. Seems like it would have been a better choice. It's having to think a lot. I mean, I did. Oh, here's a fixed version of the code. All right. Now the question is, does it matter? Does it matter if do I have to put it? Do I have to make ChatGPT give me the browser wrapping stuff? Oh, it broke. It really just doesn't have. Like it figured out though. bricks, bricks. It's annoying that it didn't put it in code block, but you know, I'll take what I can get. And then it ends the code block, which makes it. But the important part here is we got code here, and I will allow myself to finish the draw ball function. That's like, we all know it was going to write ball there. It just got a little bit, it ran out of time. Whoa. There we are. It just ran out of time or space and it couldn't finish. So we will allow that. Now, what we won't allow is me having to write the HTML to wrap it in. So, so now there's more stuff going on there, but I need the HTML to make this work. Like, how much does it know about what I'm trying to do? Because it has no context. It doesn't. I did not tell it when I restarted it that, by the way, this is a game of breakout. So, I mean, it should know it has blocks it is drawing. Well, it just needs a canvas element. That's really all it needs. Yeah, that's all it needs is a canvas element. And it knows it's a breakout game. Like, it just... you can save the HTML code in a file, HTML extension, and save the JavaScript in a file, the JS extension, to run the game. Alternatively, you can use JavaScript library or framework such alternatively, ChatGPT. Fortunately, I don't have to follow all your instructions because sometimes they aren't the greatest. Alternatively, I can just do this, and then I can do a type. This I also allow because getting it to be, oh, you gotta enclose it in script tags. Like, as long as it writes all the code, I don't mind having to piece together and throw things in script tags. I think that's fair. Maybe not. Feel free to comment and tell me I'm wrong. Anyway, this should now be a working breakout game. Oh, what a... okay. Almost, but there's a couple changes we need to make. The paddle needs to be able to move smoothly instead of only moving once when I press. When you make changes, can you just give me the modified sections? Changes from now on to the code. Okay, so we're just going to do that so that it doesn't keep trying to spit out the whole body of the code and we keep getting not working things. It'll make life easier, okay? Because we got some changes we got to make. Like, we have a breakout game, but the ball keeps bouncing. It bounces off the floor at the bottom, so it should go out the back, or you should lose a point. Either way, the paddle needs to move continuously at a more usable rate. I mean, it does. It just has like a really long interval between moves. Okay, so we have a basic uh, game in 16 minutes. That's not terrible. Um, we didn't modify a code, but thanks. Anyway, I added a function draw call. Call the function draw paddle, draw ball, and draw bricks. Draw the game objects. I added a game loop. Okay, that's well, we may be out of luck. I might have to call this one solved because I've got to go make lunch. But that was a fun little race, speed run challenge, I think. I got a couple other games I want to try to do. I should stop this. We'll go back in the video and check the actual time. Um, like I said, I want to try and a couple other speed run games. I think it should be able to speed run Pong. And I think Pong would be you need to have two players. One player needs to have the players need to have scores that change when the ball goes outside. And yeah, if it goes out one side, it should start the other side or something like that. You definitely need to have a ball that goes back and forth, bounces off the top and bottom, and goes out the ends, right? Paddles, and a score. Yeah, this is not what I was asking ChatGPT. I was just saying from now on that this is great. Okay, that's great. Awesome. Thanks. Um, I need you to add a score. Oh, I only wanted the modified parts, ChatGPT. I know I already stopped the speed run. I was just seeing if it would do the thing. It didn't. I gotta go make lunch. It's been fun. I will be back in the near future with more little mini games. Not really mini games, or some more little speed runs. ChatGPT game speed run. Make a game speed run. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I will catch you next time around. Bye bye.